Gamers, get ready to praise the sun because Dagr's here, and that's exciting, right? This is exciting, right? Everyone's happy about this. No one's upset. No one's mad. Oh boy! All right, so we're gonna try and summon on this bear. I have some targets, as you can see, for your entertainment purposes. As I said in the reaction trailer, I don't really think colorless blue and green, like, those are all pretty solid pulls, honestly. The only downside to blue, in my humble opinion, is Lucina, unfortunately. She's a little dated. She's probably due to be remixed pretty soon, and if you watched the Hero Tracker video from yesterday, then I think you understand exactly why I'm saying that. So, we're going to summon. We're going to do our best. We're going to not get discouraged. Except I am going to get discouraged. At some point, it's just going to be like the absolute worst. And I'm going to question why I even started summoning on this banner. But not right now. Right now, I am full of hope and vigor and happiness. And so I'm just going to chase that feeling. If we got an extra Dusel, that'd be sweet. If we got a couple Bravemons. Honestly, I wouldn't even be upset about Corrin. Corrin's got some good fodder. I have no intention of really building up a high merge Corrin. Yeah, but I will take Bram merges. I will take some Dusel fodder. I, of course, want Dagr. Like, that's ideal. So, we're going to jump in. This is who we have. These are our possibilities. Pretty similar to what I kind of projected to be. Basically, Sarah and some blues. And then everybody else was a mythic hero. Oh, that's a lot of red. I don't want any of those reds. I don't want any reds. Oh, God. Okay, well, I'm not happy about it. I'm genuinely not very happy about that, but I don't think I'm going to pull on red. I don't have a reason to pull on red. I'm going to be honest. I do not want to pull on red. I just don't. Hey, Libra. But I will pull blue. I might as well, right? It's a 3-star Libra as your free summon is not something that you necessarily want to see. But hey, I don't really have a whole lot to talk about other than the fact that there's only one more day. And tomorrow is that day. So you should subscribe and come back tomorrow. Or today, depending on when you're watching this video. So I thought, hey, what if I did a quickie AMA on Twitter and just let you guys ask me some questions that we could talk about in the video. There's so many reds. I don't want the reds. I do not want them. I do not want the reds, I said. Now that Reagan's good, I have no... Hello? Are you... Okay. I don't have any needs for Reagan. So, let's go ahead and talk here. We'll get into it. Perp asked, how do you feel about the book 5 story so far? Because I think it's okay for now. I think Eitri is very suspicious, truth, and not trustworthy. Okay. And I wonder if we will return to different realms because that was something Oder referenced in a recent chapter. Ooh, a little revisitation, eh? I think to keep it going, they're gonna have to, right? I'll answer the last part first because that's what's freshest in my mind. Hi, you. I don't like you, Merrick. So I think if they were to venture back, that would be something interesting. Kind of open up some wormhole type situations. That might be nice. I don't... If they're going to run out of realms in Norse mythology to visit, right? Right? Like, we're kind of... This book and the last book, we actually burned through 2. So, I think... Or 2 apiece, rather. So 4 total. So, I don't know what the plan is. But I feel like if they did revisit some stuff, like, that might be kind of cool. Check in on Hreed. I'm sure he's doing something in Nifl, right? Probably. Yeah. There's not too many actual characters left from book 2 is there? There's Bruno. We can see what's going on with Bruno. That would be interesting, maybe. None of these are green. That's not very appealing to me, I'll be honest. What do I think of the book 5 story so far? It's not my favorite necessarily. I think if I had to pick a favorite book so far, it would probably be 3. Because I think that's the book where Alphonse got to shine a little bit. And, like, legitimately, he was pretty vanilla initially. Like, he didn't have a whole lot going on. You know what I mean? He's just kind of this generic protagonist that people couldn't really get on board with. And I think after book 3, when the man literally 1v1'd hell, people kind of maybe changed their minds or approach to it, you know? Man, this is not going well. So yeah, I don't know. Eitree's questionable. Yeah, I'm maybe not as suspicious as Perp, but I have thoughts and feelings about that. Perp also asked if you could replace one skill in the game with a different skill. What would you change and what would you add? I don't really know that I would change anything. I mean, I guess I would make some skills better, right? Like, give some of them a purpose. Like, boost skills, I don't even know what boost skills are for at this point. Like, it's an HP guarded trigger, and I don't think they have a purpose at this point. I don't know if they ever really had a purpose. You know what I mean? I don't think there was a reason for them. I'm gonna back out. That was a circle of 3-star colorless. Wow. Okay, my luck is gone. Hey, this is nice. There's some greens. Are we at 8.5 at least? I feel like we should be. So yeah, I don't know that I would really change much outside of just make some skills better. I don't really have a grand plan for that. Wow, more 3 stars. My dudes, what is happening? Brandon. Brandon asked, been wondering, is there a best time to buy a FEH Pass to maximize what you get from it? Do you always get 3 resplendents? So no. Not really. Initially, okay, so there is a way to initially get FEH Pass, and for those of you who are interested, when a hero gets released that day, 3 a.m. Eastern time on either the... Oh, she's radiant. And now no one will ever know about the FEH Pass secret. This is IS bribing me to keep quiet. I know that's what this is. I know that's what this is. That's really exciting. All right, so I'm gonna just take a quickie detour here. Just give me a moment, Brandon, please. Thank you. I have things to do. We're gonna take a look here and look at Dagr because that is super exciting. Thanks for the invite. Yeah, no problem. Please have good IVs. Please don't have terrible IVs. Oh, those are good IVs. Oh, that's very nice. That's so very nice. I'm not gonna lie, that's really, really nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Plus speed is super dope. Because I don't really have a speedy axe. I don't have one that's built. I don't think. Not an axe, not a speedy axe that's intentionally supposed to be for that, right? I don't have one of those built. That is so exciting. You know what? I'm gonna even change. Ooh, yes, that hits so different. Okay, we'll finish out the circle. That's very exciting. All right, so to buy FEH Pass, what I would recommend is when a hero gets released, wait a day. Okay. So then you're guaranteed to get the hero that's current. So for example, right now it's Reinhardt, right? Yeah. So Reinhardt is currently live. So if you bought him today, you would get him, because he's the current. And then you'd get Micaiah, who is the next. and then whatever the next one after Micaiah is, because that all releases within a 30-day period. So FEH Pass is not necessarily just 2 heroes, which you might think about because 30-day cycle, right? But if you don't buy it the day they get released, if you wait a day afterwards, or if you anytime between the current hero getting released and the next one getting released, if you buy anywhere within that time frame, you will actually start your 30-day FEH Pass cycle, and then you'll actually get 3 heroes within that time span, which is great. And I'm telling y'all, it's a good value for the cost. I'm not out here shilling for FEH Pass, don't get me wrong, but if you're going to spend any kind of money on FEH, I feel like that and the Forma Soul bundles are probably, like, outside of, like, bizarre holiday bundles that are way overpriced anyway. Those are, like, the good low-budget value picks that you can get that have a lot of benefit as a whole. So yeah, that's pretty much how you trick FEH Pass into giving you 3 for the price of 1. But I think it's always kind of been that way, you know? I don't think it was ever intentionally, like, malevolent. I don't think they were intentionally being like, oh, by the way, it's only 2 heroes per FEH Pass. I don't think they ever came, like, outright and said that, so. Let's see. What do we got? Wandering Soul. Wandering Soul. We got it. Do you think Not would be dark? Also, do you think Eitri, Oter, and Fafnir will be light, dark, and anima respectively, so that there will be mythic unit with Kanto in every season? Yeah. I think that's a relatively pretty safe bet. You know what I mean? So, they tend to do that too, right? The fairies, I think that was like the biggest indicator. When they released all the fairies, they each had their own season. For reasons. IS has a master plan, and we're too small-brained to conceive it all. Except we know the truth. They're spreading out the glory, right? That's what they do. So, I'll be honest with y'all. I don't know if I should keep summoning. I kind of want to keep summoning, but I don't not want to keep summoning. We'll summon a little bit more. We'll go a little bit more. I could have just been like 1 and done and just left y'all high and dry, but I won't do that. I won't do that. Thank you to members, by the way. This video brought to you by members. Yay, members. Thank you, members. So yeah, I think Not is probably going to be dark, and I think I mentioned that in the trailer reaction also, because I noticed that, you know, Dagr was light and she was the sun's radiance, and there was all this play to, you know, light. So I think ultimately they're gonna do this, like, you know, night and day, literally night and day, type of parallel with them, which is fine. A little predictable, but, you know, not anything that's outrageously unheard of, right? BF Writer says, this is probably way too early. Oh boy. But who do you think will be April's legendary hero? I'm thinking we'll finally get Sita with a lance. Ooh, Sita with a lance, eh? Legendary hero. Sita, Lance, Sita, huh? Everybody wants it to be blue. It's probably going to be red. I'm just letting you know. It has been literal months since the red pool has been locked by returning 5-star mythic and legendary heroes. If they do not capitalize on that opportunity, I don't know. I will. It's like, who am I even dealing with anymore? I don't even know this intelligent systems anymore. It's probably going to be red. I'll be honest. It's probably going to be red. It could be Xander. Xander's up there. I know Xander's up there. We finally have Corrin, so now we can have Xander. Finally. I don't know. I really don't know. Micaiah is always on the top of my list to look out for, but I don't think we're gonna get her, at least not anytime soonish. So there's that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I think it's going to be. But when I sit down and figure it out, all right, y'all will be the first to know when I do the not-so-prediction-y prediction video for Legendary and Mythic banners. But that will come soon enough, I'm sure. Don't you worry. That'll be coming. Oh, it'll be coming. When are we doing another waifu guessing game? Oh, Shattered sent me so many of these. Okay, we're gonna... we may have to approach these in a rapid succession fashion. So Shattered asked, when's the waifu guessing game? If you don't know what that is, my Discord put me through hell. Literal hell one time. And they all made up this quiz. I don't know. My mod Amazes was like, hey, I'll take care of it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I feel comforted by that. And then I wasn't comforted by that because it became this whole thing where people listed their top waifus. And it wasn't just Fire Emblem, right? They picked anime, they picked manga, there was like Star Wars in there at some point. I was just like, bro, how am I supposed to know all of this? Y'all literally just come to me for Fire Emblem, you tell me you just want Fire Emblem content. And you start throwing obscure anime girls at me? Like, bro, I don't even know half of these things, you weebs. Sorry, I couldn't resist using the term. Anyway, peace and love, everybody. I wasn't sure how I should approach that, and so I think I did pretty well. I had to look up some of it, and I did my best, but I never. To answer your questions, never coming back. Never, never, never. You're getting a Princess Cup in Fae Pageant again, so I think you should just, like, take what you get, all right? Also asked if you were if you were forced, not focused, forced. If you were forced to do a shiny hunt on stream, Pokemon days, similar stream style to the ones you did in Gen 7 and Gen 6, I think. Did I do it? I did do Gen 6. That's true. Which one would I pick? So the only shiny Pokemon I never actually got that I really, really wanted was like Krabby Kingler, which I know is really obscure and nobody cares about, but I cared. I care, and I want you all to care with me. Okay, that's all I want from you. But I really want to, and it's really hard to get him. I don't remember where or how or when he shows up in any of the games at this point. I've stopped caring. But that's one that I really wanted for sure. I got an Adamant Entei at one point, which is pretty freaking dope. Shiny. All the shinies that I do like are really underwhelming. I like really underwhelming shiny Pokemon, but I guess that's fine. What else? There's more. I know there's more. Yes. If you could replay any game like it was your first time and go in totally blind, which one would you pick? Ooh. So there's so many games that I have played that I've been able to go in blind on. I'm not trying to be offensive. I know that's an offensive term on Twitch, I guess. Not trying to upset anybody. But if I could replay anything, so it's got to be something I played and I have no knowledge of. Like, I got to experience Xenoblade Chronicles 2 completely, like, unaware of it. Like, there are games on my radar that I intentionally avoid learning about. This same thing with Octopath Traveler. Like, I played the demo for about 5 minutes and fell in love with it and was like, okay, I'm not playing this anymore. So I don't know if there's anything... It's tough because there are games that I learned about before going in that it kind of ruined the experience for me, right? But then I get the opportunity to relive something that was really great and experience it for the first time all over again. But I will say that I think if I could go play a game blind, it would probably be the Fate series. So what happened to me with the Fate series in Fire Emblem, not series, set, Fate games, the Fire Emblem Fates games, the set of games, the 3. I had played it years later because I kept waiting to like pick up the special edition, and I ended up buying it on eBay, and I paid way too much money for it. But I don't regret it, because I got all 3 games and I was like, this is dope. So I was very happy about it. So when I did that, I had known all about Fates by that point, because it was like literally 2 years later or something crazy like that. And I didn't really get to experience it untarnished, because a lot of people were very opinionated about Fates. And I know that will shock all of you, I'm sure. But they were, and they are. And that's totally fine, you know, understandable. But if I could go in and just play it for the first time, not knowing anything, not having heard anything, not having my opinion of it tainted ahead of time, it would probably be Fates. Because I feel like there's a lot of potential for that game, and I want to like it. I like a lot of the characters from Fates, but I don't know. It's one of those things where I feel like I can't always talk about it to the extent that I want, because not everyone's gonna be happy that I'm saying that. So I try to avoid conflict with my words, which I know most controversial FateTuber, I'm aware, but you know, sometimes I try and be good. Not all the time. Ooh, Goat Mom, hello. I don't think you have good fodder, but I think you merge, right? You're just kind of this glass cannon-y type unit, right? Is that what happens with you? I think it is. I think it is. I think it is. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think mine is currently plus speed. And I think she's merged, but that's pretty good. What is your skill list? What do you even have? What do you even have? Solo 4. Ball Smoke. Hey, those are good skills. I think you probably want speed, though, more than likely. Maybe we can pick up something else that's good, too. So, yeah, I'd probably say the Fire Emblem Fates games, for sure. Star Wars or Star Trek? I don't really have a preference, honestly. I will say I'm more familiar with the Star Wars genre. Series. But my grandfather, who passed away like late 2019, I always regretted not spending more time with him. Even when we moved away, like years before he would pass away, like I always knew it was going to be harder for me to get back to Ohio, where I lived previously. And I always regretted not spending more time with him when I could, because we were literally like, you know, when I was training for tennis and stuff like that, I would literally run down past their house and stuff. So I always regretted not doing that. So in honor of him, I'm going to say Trek, because he was a big Trekkie. He was a Jean-Luc Picard fan. And so in memoriam for him, hey, Maribel, what happened with that? I will say him. And I will say Trek, I guess, because I don't really have a preference, honestly. I just don't. They're two very different things, honestly. I think Wars and Trek are two very different things, right? They're just, you know, they're galactic based. But like the whole focus is very different, right? Like Star Trek seems much more Doctor Who, and then Star Wars seems much more like, I don't know, epic story Tolkien type stuff, right? In my opinion. Maribel. Alright. That's cool. I'm not... I mean, I'm a little upset that I hit a 3% rate. Probably less than a 3% rate instead of hitting an 8 or 9% rate. But, okay. That's fine. That's fine with me. I have no problem with that. Shattered. Oh my god. Alright. We need to muzzle Shattered. He said too many. If you had to pick between Cordelia and Micaiah. God, of course. One you didn't pick was Erased from Existence. Which would you pick? I'm not answering that question. I refuse to answer that question. Because frankly, if I answer that question and I say Micaiah, then Cordelia gets erased, and then I never bond over a fondness of Cordelia with the last person I met IRL to become friends with. Kaijusuri, you should go buy stuff from him. He's makes a lot of good stuff. He's making a Cordelia standee, actually, so that's happening. You should check it out. EmblemCon. I don't know when it is, but it's happening, and he's going to sell it there. But then I wouldn't meet Kaya, and then that would be problematic for me. So I can't say Micaiah either. Like, if I say Cordelia, Micaiah just gets Thanos. Then what am I going to... Like, Path of Radiance just ends, and then Radiant Dawn has no point. So if you get rid of Micaiah, Radiant Dawn doesn't really exist, and that is dumb. So I refuse to answer that question. Frankly, you've asked too many questions already, Shattered. So I don't think I have to answer that one, and I'm not going to. Talrigan Axe, hello, friend. You asked. We'll go in. We'll burn like 150, something like that. Oh, that's a good circle. That's a good circle. That's a good circle. How do you feel about getting so many hero OCs as mythics instead of mainline characters who arguably deserve, I love that phrase, who arguably deserve the mythic status more? So I would counterpoint, all right, by saying, well, Heroes is a game made by the creators of Fire Emblem. It is a Fire Emblem game. Whether you want to acknowledge it as a Fire Emblem game or not, whether you're one of those purists who only believes in mainline games, to which I would counter propose, well, Tokyo Mirage Sessions is actually in FEH also, so it's technically a real Fire Emblem game. I don't think it's odd. Like, I think mythics are in existence to help promote game modes within Fire Emblem Heroes, which is the game that you're actually playing, and the other ones are more nods to the series history, whereas Heroes is a game all on its own, and yeah, rightfully so, it should probably be respected as one to an extent, right? Like, you can think, oh, it's just a mobile game, bleh. And yeah, you know, it's not a full fledged, like the most story content that we really get, like, you know, conversation wise, is usually in like a Forging Bonds or something. But you know, it's still its own game, and I think that that's important to recognize. So I think they're using mythics as a way to promote the game, continue the story, keep things, you know, on the even kosher. Because if mythics didn't exist, there would be a lot of game content that, like, just didn't happen. Right? So I'm fine with it, honestly. You know, if we get half a year worth of OCs and then half a year worth of others, I'm totally fine with that. I think that's completely acceptable, which is not going to be a popular opinion. I understand. And I'm not telling you to feel the way that I feel. I guess I have a different perspective on what Heroes is and what it represents, rather than thinking of Heroes as this portal for other Fire Emblem games. I think of Heroes as its own game with nods to other Fire Emblem references. Does that make sense? I think other people just view FEH as being this transportation system to give them more of what they already know from other games, and I don't really think of it like that. So there you go. I feel like I answered that question. Good job, me. Tammy, how do you feel about them giving us Dagr so early in the book? I honestly am not surprised. Like I said earlier, was it this video? It might have been this video. I don't know. It's been like 30 minutes already. There's a lot of mythics in this book. Like, so I feel like, you know, if they're gonna space them out, then that's, in my opinion, better. And you know, I'm sure it's an orb trap. I'm sure some of you guys are like, Brian, why didn't you end this video after like 10 minutes, bro? You got Dagr, just get out. And true. Probably should have done that. But I'm providing content for you and on behalf of our lovely members who help support orb spending videos. So thank you for that. So yeah, I'm fine with it. I wouldn't expect it. I would not expect a mythic OC. I'm not surprised. I don't know how to phrase it properly. I'm trying to think. Words are hard. It's I would be surprised if they didn't give it to us early. That's how I would put it. It seems perfectly in step with everything that they're doing. Ethan says, "What do you think Faye will do for April Fools this year, if anything at all?" Ooh, probably something cosmetic. Probably something to do with accessories again. That's always my guess, and that's what I pointed out in, I think the What to Expect Faye channel video that came out earlier this month. I pretty much alluded to the fact that, like, yeah, they're probably gonna do something for April Fools, but probably not gonna be much. Way back, well, maybe not way back, but at some point, all they did for April Fools was release a Heroes trailer featuring Faye the Owl. And then what they ended up doing was giving us an orb accessory to put on our characters' heads. And that was it. They didn't give us any orbs. They gave us a fake orb as an accessory, and then that was the prank, I think. Aside from, you know, putting Faye the Owl into the game, that was also a thing. So, yeah, that happened. That was... I wouldn't expect too much this year, though. They kind of went all out for the 30th anniversary last year, so I wouldn't expect too much to anything. What would your dream Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn banner be in the future? Also, what is your most wanted mythic? Lucas asking the hard-hitting questions, bro. Holy cow. What are we at? 9? We'll do one more circle. How about that? And then we'll probably wrap it on stream, maybe. Most wanted mythic. It's honestly, it's kind of a tie. Like, I think Ashera would be really cool. I think Athos would be really cool. I think Sohn would be sick, dude. Like, I talked about this at some point. I don't remember when it was by now. Because, you know, time. But there was a point where I mentioned, you know, Sohn would be like one of the few mythic beast units that we could get that weren't OCs. And it would be absolutely dope if we could get him in. If you don't know who Sohn is, he's one of the 3 heroes of Ashura. So I guess it's still kind of like tied to Ashura, but he was like this big hulking Lion King, bro. And I was like, dude, yes, give me more of that, please. So I think ultimately I'd want him. Ooh, this is a good circle to end on, actually. No greens, but yeah, that's fine. So I think I'd want him, and then maybe Ashura also. I can't choose. Don't make me choose between my children. That's too hard. Dream Path of Radiance banner, Radiant Dawn banner. Ooh, God. Ooh, yeah. I don't know, bro. I couldn't say. I know Stefan would be on it. I know that Stefan would be on it. How many Tiburns can I have, right? That's what it always boils down to. No, I really... Like, Har is one of my favorite characters in all of Fire Emblem. But he got done so dirty. So dirty. And so I get... If I can have him also be on the banner, but like a different variation of him, that would be cool. I'd be fine with that. I would be very happy about that, actually. So, Har, Stefan, Volk. Yeah, Volk. I'll put Volk on there. Volk's pretty dope. And who else? Who else with a pick? Who else with a pick? Who else with a pick? Maybe Lucia. Get a little bit of the guard in there for Alencia's side. That might be nice, right? That's actually a cool banner. No one's related to each other. Like, there's no like war side sinking happening. There's no like Alencia's guard or like Dawn Brigade or anything like that. They're all like very different, sparsed out characters. But that's like some weird kind of Tellius Nomad banner where they don't have any kind of they don't have any kind of connection to one another. Toronio? I don't know what the emphasis is. But he is one of the armored units that I would legitimately like to have. And I don't often really like armored units, but I would put him on there too. Maybe Tempest Trial unit. Can I add him to? Can I add him as a Tempest Trials unit? Maybe. Is that okay? Am I allowed to do that? And I think that's actually all the questions. Yeah, that is all the questions. Well, all right then, easy peasy. And we have a pity rate of like 9.5% now, with nothing to break. So that's fun. Maybe we'll 69 orbs. Nice. I think what we're gonna do is probably break that on stream, and I'll probably do it maybe not the same day. Maybe not the same day, but I'll probably buy some orbs and we can pull on this a little bit too. If I don't get anybody with the tickets doing full circles and whatnot, I'll probably end up sparking. Look, I'm gonna be real with you all. Okay, I'll probably end up sparking on this banner because Spurn is good and I like Spurn. Okay, Spurn is dope. But that's, you know, those are streamy times. So if you ever want to come to a stream, be sure to hit subscribe so that you know when that happens. We didn't really get much on this banner. We got a Maribel, but I didn't put her on there because, frankly, I didn't want to look up her art, and I was not interested in doing so. So I didn't, and I chose not to, and I am okay with that decision in my life. But we got Dagr, which is pretty darn cool. I'm pretty stoked about Dagr. We got her in like within 50 orbs, right? It had to be. So we spent 185 orbs. So that's fine. Thank you, members, for helping me spend 185 orbs. I appreciate you. Also, members, by the way, there's a poll or a suggestion form for you to suggest a potential new emote to be added to the rotation, the roster, the emote roster. I guess they're called emojis on YouTube. But that makes me think of my mom being on Facebook, and so I'm still going to call them emotes because I feel better about that. So, sorry, YouTube. Call them emotes. Change the name. But that is it for now. Thank you again to members. Thank you for your continued support. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. In the comments, let me know how your summon session went. If you summoned, there's a lot of stuff coming up. I have a video coming out soon once we get a calendar that will detail everything that's going to be happening in banners leading up to, well, Choose Your Legends. So hopefully that will help you budget your orbs, but I'm just waiting for the April calendar to come out to confirm or deny. Actually, I'm pretty much just waiting for the new Heroes banner to drop in April, so it'll probably be out sooner than that. But either way, be sure to subscribe, come back for that. We are so close to 10K, you guys. You guys are incredible. And also, by the way, there's something happening tomorrow. So, thank you again for watching. That is it for now. Until then, I will catch you next time. Tomorrow. There's something tomorrow. Have I mentioned that there's something tomorrow? It's not a prank. I swear it's not a prank.